Now let's talk about pet peeves.
I already got one right now.
Oh, I got a couple too.
Yeah, whatever.
I might be late to going to work, but I ain't gonna miss no damn flight. I'll be there early, bright and bushy tail.
That's what she said, something crazy. And then I just spazzed on. I'm like, who the fuck you think you talking to?
He did. He spazzed out. Brian will fall asleep on a movie with me. Then I'll be like, all right, babe, let's go to bed. We get into bed. Then I wake up and he's up finishing the movie without me.
Hey queen, I'm a queen. I step on the scene real clean, meditating and elevating, I'm serene. Got my sage and my crystals, raw citrine, and I'm all about my money, so you know what that mean. I manifest the best, give God the rest. Never stress, cause I'm just way too blessed, all positive. That's just the vibe I'm on, and if you feeling how I'm feeling, then sing that song. Hey queen.
Hey queen, welcome back to my channel, girl. Today is another Self-Care Sundays, and I decided to start jazzing up the Self-Care Sundays. Instead of just doing self-care, I want to start introducing some topics, maybe bringing some guests on. So today we have Brian.
How y'all doing out there?
So at first I told Brian, I'm like, babe, I want to give you some self-care. He's been working really hard. We've both been working really hard. And I was like, I want to do some self-care with you. And it was actually his idea. He was like, you know what? You should vlog this for your YouTube channel. He knows I'm the content queen. Okay. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I put it in my post. I was like, what video do y'all want to see next? And y'all voted this video with the highest votes. So here he is.
Here we are.
First of all, I want to give y'all at home a good 2 seconds to grab a drink and grab a snack. So I made us some drinks. Cheers! This is a mocktail, a raspberry lemonade mocktail. What is it giving, babe? You can be honest. I honestly just used the...
I like it. It's calm.
I used the probiotic sodas, and then I added some zero sugar Minute Maid lemonade to it. We also got some snacks. So what y'all don't know, which y'all will see in my next video, my next wellness vlog, is that I made these protein bagels. These are the cinnamon ones. They're really good, pillow soft, delicioso. And so I'm having my cinnamon bagel with some butter and strawberry cream cheese, and Brian is having his with some butter and strawberry jam.
And she made these from scratch for the first time.
Yes, I did. These are protein bagels. Y'all will see that in the next wellness diaries. But enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the self-care. So we're gonna start with this vitamin C clay mask. I already got my hair behind my ears so that they don't get messy. This May actually makes 1 year we've been living together.
Let's talk about that.
So let's talk about that. What is one thing you've learned since living together?
Alright, so since moving in together, I've learned that one of the things that I struggled with was running from tough conversations sometimes. And when you're living together with somebody, your partner more specifically, you have to have the conversation at some point. You can't run, because where are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the biggest things I had to get adjusted to, was learning to have tough conversations whenever, you know, we weren't agreeing on something or any type of disputes we had. So I would say that was one of the biggest things, and it actually helped our relationship and helped our level of communication. We are a lot better now when it comes to like communicating. So let me pose that same question to you. You know, what's the biggest thing you've learned since we moved in together?
Ooh, okay.
I feel like I'm at the circus. I'm getting that clown face painted on.
One thing I've learned since moving in together, what the role of a wife is when it pertains to the household.
Give me an example.
Like before we moved in together, I honestly I knew that I would be like doing most of the cooking and stuff like that. But once we moved in together, I guess I realized the responsibility of like taking care of a household. So even though we don't have kids yet, I do like to make sure that we always have like healthy meals. I always want him to have like a hot meal before he goes to work. And when it comes to grocery shopping, you know, making sure that I'm getting everything that we need for the week so that I can know what to meal prep for the week. Like, I'm constantly thinking about what am I going to make to eat this week? What are we going to have for dinner this week? And those were things that I never really had to think about when I was single and living by myself. Even when I was living at my mom's house, I feel like I didn't have to worry about those things. He does not cook at all. He's learning.
I'm getting better though. I'm getting there.
He's definitely.
We're gonna talk on that.
He's definitely cooked a few meals. It's not like he's not done anything. He's friends with the air fryer. I'll say that. But it is a responsibility of like, okay, I have to make sure that we have enough food for the week, that, you know, we don't get tired of eating the same thing. Long story short, it's a lot that comes into being a wife. And I'm pretty sure it would be 10 times elevated if we had kids. That would be a whole other thing. But I'm getting a little taste of it now of like, okay,
we in training.
Yeah, this is definitely a responsibility. In response to what you were saying though about like facing issues head on, dealing with problems, I will say living together I think helped us.
That's a fact. When
it comes to arguments, because before I feel like we kind of used to drag stuff out. Like I would definitely go the whole day without talking to him if I didn't have to face him. I would just be so upset, and it would be stupid stuff, y'all. Like not even big life-changing arguments, but I would just be ticked off or annoyed, and then I would feel like, oh, I'm not talking to you today, whatever, right? And we would make up usually by the end of the day, but I feel like now that we're living together, literally we give each other like 5 minutes and then it's like, all right, let's restart. Let's talk about it. Let's kiss it out. Like, because nobody want to live in a house where like
there's bad vibes that's gonna linger
exactly
throughout the whole like your crib.
Yeah, and nobody wants to feel like they're walking on eggshells,
right? Or
like, oh, I don't want to go home because it's a negative environment. And like, I know part of us moving in together was to create a peaceful, loving environment. That was our intention. And so it's definitely just a mature thing that we naturally developed when we moved in. Now let's talk about pet peeves.
Oh yeah, we could definitely talk about that. I already got one right now.
Oh, I got a couple too.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't want to expose you.
Is that bad?
No, I don't want to expose you. But Brian has a habit
of
he uses the bathroom.
Oh gosh.
Should I mention this?
It's up to you. I don't care how authentic you want to be.
Okay, this is TMI, but I mean whatever. We all go to the bathroom. We're all humans. Brian does not spray after he leaves the bathroom.
Sometimes accidental, like I just be out.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it literally takes 2 seconds.
All right.
To spray.
Okay.
Before you leave the bathroom.
All right, understandable.
Also, he loved being in the bathroom, sitting on that damn phone, scrolling for like an hour straight before he gets in the shower.
So that answers her pet peeve. I don't like. I hate when you just leave so many dishes for me to wash. I don't like that. I hate that.
Okay.
I do not like dirty dishes. I don't like having a dirty kitchen, period. But dirty dishes is like my biggest pet peeve. So
also, a lot of the times when it be like a lot of dishes, it's because I just cooked. And I feel like if I cook, you should wash the dishes.
But we have that agreement.
We have that agreement for the most part.
For the most part, facts.
But I will say, your girl does not like doing dishes. Let's turn it over to a loving note.
Okay.
What is one thing we love more about each other since moving in? Not that we didn't see before, because we saw everything. We've been together for mad long. But like, now that we're living together, it's like, wow, I really see that you're really good at this, and it's making me more attracted to you, or feel like I'm more happy being in this relationship. So for me, I feel like since we moved in, I'm really seeing how much of a provider you are.
Okay.
Like, obviously he's always looked out for me and always been like, I want to help you in any way I can kind of man. Like, he's very much acts of service. He's always been like that since I met him. But moving in together, I feel like I see those qualities a lot more. With like just how we go about bills and taking care of the household. You are very much on top of those things, and I don't know, like, you're always making sure that we're good financially. Like, you always have that at the forefront of your mind, which, I mean, I think about those things too, but I think you think about it a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
Than I do.
That's just literally like my strength. Like, it's second nature to me when it comes to numbers, anything financial in our household, and also for the future. It just comes second hand to me because that's the space that I'm in now too. Like, I'm in real estate and things of that nature. So yeah, it just comes to me naturally. That question for me, I just your nurturing. I'm being honest. You making sure you taking care of me the best way possible. You know, either when I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sick, you definitely find ways to make sure that I'm restored back to good health. Like you mentioned earlier, making sure that we have food on the table every time I get home and things of that nature. I'm always appreciative of you of that because, and again, that's your strength.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you.
Love you.
All right.
Okay, guys.
What's the next
Let's
step?
wash off these masks. And then when we come back, we're going to get into some more skincare and spilling some more tea on our relationship. We're going to let y'all all up in our business because we know y'all nosy as hell. And we're back.
Fresh.
Looking kind of ashy, might I add. But that's because we just did a little face wash, got the mask off. Now let's get into some hydration. So next we're going to go in with some micellar cleansing water. Let's do this. We already did a deep cleanse, but this is just... We're going to move on to the eye mask. So we did a face mask, now we're going to do an eye mask.
Eye mask. All right. Let me see this thing.
And this one is all about the eye bags. You know, we be working hard, so we don't need no eye bags.
Help me
or
out.
dark circles. Okay, so now we're gonna do some couples trivia. I found a little thing on Pinterest, and we're gonna just have some fun and answer some questions. So, number 1, who is most likely to miss their flight? Really?
Yeah.
What happened when we went to Miami?
Oh, please.
This man was up till about, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, drinking. I kept waking him up, and he kept going back to sleep. Literally, I would wake him up, he would get up, I'd come back in the room, he's still sleeping. One time, I came back in the room, and he was sitting up on the bed, knocked out.
That was one time, though.
That was one time. To be fair, Brian is usually on top of it when it comes to being on time and all of that. That was really...
That's what I'm trying to say. That's
for him. For the most part, that was really just once. I did miss a flight before. But to be fair, the only time I've ever missed a flight was when I did my very first international trip with my cousin Chi. Chi, if you're watching, hey girl. We went to Mexico, and it was my first time ever flying internationally, and I did not know you had to be there 3 hours ahead of time. And I showed up literally as they were closing the gate or something like that. And they were like, girl, come back tomorrow. And so I ended up missing a day off of my trip for doing that. And I never did that again. But lesson learned. So
wait, would you agree that overall you would be the one to miss the flight?
Yes,
okay.
Because I be rushing a lot.
Yeah,
I be rushing a lot. But baby, I don't play when it comes to flights though. I don't. Because I be wanting to go on my trip. Be honest.
No,
baby.
that's a fact.
I be wanting to go on my trip. I might be late to going to work, but I ain't gonna miss no damn flight. I'll be there early, bright, and bushy tail. I do have a habit of being late, so I'll take that one. Okay. Who is most... Okay, this is so bad.
Let me see. Let me read it. Let me read this one.
Go ahead.
Who is most likely to cry in a movie? Oh, of course. Yeah. She cries for anything.
Okay, Brian. I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah, she cries for everything.
I mean, I cry even when I'm happy. Like, I cry happy tears.
Yeah,
I cry when I'm laughing. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm frustrated. So I'm a crybaby. Okay, we all know that. Okay.
Next question.
Who is most likely to get in a fight?
Oh.
Exactly. Brian, let me tell you something. He calm, cool, and collective now. But one thing about them cancers, if you cross them, they do have a little bit of an angry side to them.
That's a fact.
A little bit of a hot temper.
Yeah.
For sure. One time, let's tell a story about how I was doing a pop-up shop in the park at an event. And there was this lady that came into the park. She wasn't even a part of the event. She just came in there.
She just wandered in there.
Wandered in the park. We chilling, having a vibe. And she sat close to my table where I was like, had all my products and shit. So naturally, I'm eyeing her because I'm like, why is she so close to my table? I don't know who this is. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure my inventory and shit is going to be good. But she was just giving off weird vibes. So,
yeah. Mind you, this was like not just any type of pop-up shop, but it turned into like a spiritual gathering.
Exactly.
It was all positive vibes,
yeah.
Great intentions, things like that. And then everything was kind of done after that. And then she just, it's so random. She just wandered in there, came to her table, whatever, and sat down. Now, I noticed, as I was also observing her, she had a screw loose. She wasn't really right.
I thought she was drunk. I'm like, is this bitch drunk?
It was one or the other. It's either she was like really, really wasted, or she literally had a screw loose. From my observation, she had a loose screw.
So I'm looking at her and I'm like focusing on myself, but I keep looking over because I'm like trying to feel her out to see what's really going on. Like, girl, what's your tea? And I remember she said something like, "What you looking at?" Or
nah,
like
she
that.
said.
What did she say?
She said something like,
I forgot. It was a while ago.
She said something very disrespectful. That's what she said, something crazy. And then I just spazzed on. I'm like, who the fuck you think you talking to?
He did. He spazzed out. Moving on to the next question. Okay.
Who is most likely to forget something?
Brian. Am I lying?
You forget stuff too.
Who is most likely to forget something?
I think we kind of could be a tie on that.
Really?
Yes.
So you think you have better memory than me?
I don't have better memory than you, but
okay then.
But you
forget a lot of things, babe.
I don't know. I think it depends.
Not forget something like, oh, I forgot to take something to work with me. Like, no, like if I'm like, do you remember when we did this? And you're like, I don't remember. You just literally said on camera that you have trouble with memory.
But it says something. It's not really.
No, but this is like forget something, not like lose something. Like, yes, I tend to like, if I'm rushing out the house, I left my tea or something like that. But that's not forgetting something.
For the most part, I forget a lot of things. If we're talking memory based wise.
Yes, that's the question. Who is, I keep laughing because I already know the answer before I say it. Who is most likely to fall asleep first?
Oh, you.
Me? I was gonna say you.
You fall asleep.
I do. I do fall asleep. But when we have a movie night or something, let us have a movie night on the couch.
You fall asleep first too sometimes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You, though.
No, you. Hold on. You're taking the L on this one because you fall asleep.
Let me tell you what Brian will do. Brian will fall asleep on a movie with me. Then I'll be like, all right, babe, let's go to bed. We get into bed. Then I wake up and he's up finishing the movie without me. He just be wanting to watch
because
by
at that point, when we get into the bed, she's gone and like I'm up now. So
you just be wanting to watch whatever he want to watch by himself.
No, that's not true. But you fall asleep, you be out.
Okay.
Is that a tie then?
This one might be a tie.
No.
Yeah. I'll take that because I do tend to sleep a lot more than he does. Okay. Time to take these off. And underneath your eyes should just feel like more refreshed. And like kind of soft, right?
Yeah, definitely soft.
Yeah. Let's throw these away.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to go in with the Physicians Formula Skin Booster Vitamin Shot Brightening Serum. Since the mask was vitamin C, this is also vitamin C. And vitamin C is all about brightening the skin from like, I don't know, uneven skin tone, dark spots, stuff like that. So, just like this, like so. Yeah. Rub it in lightly all over. How do you feel?
Pretty good. You know.
Okay.
How many more questions we got?
The next, like 3 more.
Three
We
more? All right,
only
I'll
got
read
3
this
more
one.
questions.
Who is most likely to be hungry? This is a tough one.
That's true. We are both foodies.
This is
a lot
tough
of people
one.
don't know that, but
Who is most likely to be hungry?
is it a tie?
Would you say it's me more? I think I would be. Who is most likely to be hungry?
That's true.
I'm always.
Yeah, you are. You're always hungry. I'm a foodie. Don't get me
Alright,
wrong.
hold on.
But you get hungry a lot more.
I do, but
Hold
remember,
on.
like,
Go ahead.
you're on your journey right now too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has lowered a little bit for you. So like once you're full,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
cut
that's
off.
very true. Since I've been doing like my wellness diaries, cutting back on carbs and stuff, I get full a lot faster than I used to. So
Yeah.
I'm not as eating as much as I used to. So
Yeah.
I think right now,
Right now, I'm taking
he
that.
definitely takes it because Brian could eat a lot. He's a slim guy, but don't get it twisted. I can gain weight for the both of us. Who is most likely to say something dumb? Brian. Sometimes Brian.
Why do men always fall into this category here?
Sometimes Brian will literally mispronounce a word. Like one time you were reading something, and instead of reading what it said, he just made up a word. And I'm like, babe, did you even try to spell it out?
Nah.
Like he
I
just
be
was
doing
like,
that.
if it start with an S, he just spatula. Like I'm like, babe, that's not the word. Like there's no P in there. Like he just ciao.
Alright.
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
take that
For the
one.
last one.
Who is most likely to be the first one to die in a zombie apocalypse? Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. Cause she don't listen. She don't listen.
Ciao. I would be too scared.
And you don't listen. Like I'm telling you, yo, we go in here and you're like, no. Like you see, here's something I understand. I'm about to get a little deep here. When it comes to people who are all you Taurus out there, all you earth sign people, the reason why y'all be so scared and because y'all so grounded. Unless there's a full-fledged plan, literally detail by detail by detail, y'all are not gonna move. Y'all gonna stay right there.
That's true.
Y'all gonna stay right there.
Shit, if it was a zombie apocalypse, baby, I'd probably lock all my doors, shut all my windows, light a candle, and just be like, God, take me when you're ready, baby. I ain't even gonna fight.
I would've.
Brian probably would put up a good fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I probably would just surrender, like, fuck it. If I'm meant to go, I'm meant to go. Fuck it, I'm gonna die. Smoke my last little joint, roll it a cow, like, fuck it. Take me when you're ready, goddammit. it. Alright, y'all, this is the end of the video. So how does your skin feel? Ooh.
Feels great. This is a first, so a first of many. I kind of like this treatment here. It's
Nice.
cool.
Do you feel like pampered?
Yeah. I
Kind
would
of
say
like
that.
refreshed too, right?
Yeah.
Like my skin feels a lot like Phil, just touch your skin. We're not supposed to technically touch it, but we washed our hands. Doesn't it feel a lot more softer than when we started?
Yes, for sure.
Like it's more soft, it's
Yeah.
more hydrated, right? You can feel that. So this was fun, y'all. So this is the end of today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got to the end of this video, comment below the couples emoji. And before I go, it's time for Top Queens of the Week. Drum roll, please. The top queen of the week goes to Fantastic Baby 1224. You are one of my top commenters, always commenting on my videos, always showing love, and I appreciate you oh so much. So thank you again for supporting the channel. And if you would like to be shout out in my next video, just leave some love in the comments below and I will pick and choose who will be shout out in the next one.
Also, let us know in the comment section what other type of couple content you would like us to... I keep freezing up.
He's not used to this, y'all.
Yeah.
What he's trying to say is, let us know if you guys want to see any more other couples content. He's warming up to the camera.
I'm supposed to be used to this. I'm an actor as well, but...
I know, but vlogging is completely different from acting. Because with acting, you don't look directly into the lens. Yeah,
that's true.
That's the thing. Whereas vlogging, you're like trying to interact with the audience. That's it for this video. Bye.
Hey queen. Hey queen.